Hey, yo, welcome back to Fuego Beats Radio. I'm Fuego here with Prophet, and we're on the line with special guest Peggy Gordon. How you doing, Peggy?
I'm doing fantastic. Hi, everybody.
Okay, cool. So, uh, Prophet actually linked up with Miss Gordon, and was there a sister?
Yeah, it was his sister. She works at the computer department at my job,
Oh, okay.
and I put a solicitation out to everybody about what we do and
Hmm.
what we're trying to accomplish. And yeah, I guess she ran across it, and then she thought about her sister at the first thought. So that's when we traded emails back and forth, and she gave me her CD, and I listened to it. I was like, we got to have her sister on the show. So
Yeah.
with that said, here she is. So
Definitely.
what I wanted to ask you, Peggy, because your sound is very unique. I wanted to know what you classify your as far as like genre. What did you classify your music as in that?
Oh, it was actually they put it in a category called alternative folk.
Oh,
Oh,
and that's what I figured. I just talked to my wife about that, because I had never heard of that genre until last year. I interviewed a local band, and they were alternative folk, and I said I have to, because I know what folk is, and I know usually alternative. How do you blend the two? But yeah, that is unique. You're the second person that I ever heard that actually said that. So
Yeah, it's
go
a
ahead.
small category, I guess.
No, but I mean, it's great music. I mean, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, you have a band behind you, or?
Well, in the recording, I do. Usually, when I play on stage, I usually have one lead guy that comes in and does all my lead guitar for me. But yeah, the
Oh,
CD, we got full band, a whole bunch of really talented artists from around the Puget Sound area. Kim Archer and her guys, just some really fantastic musicians, actually.
oh, okay, yeah, man. I mean, it sounds like it, because, at first I didn't want to jump to conclusions. That's why I'm glad Prophet brought that up about the genre. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I mean, it was fantastic, and you do your own writing and everything, or do you collaborate with others?
No, actually, I wrote all the songs, all the lyrics, and the music for it. And then, but when I'm in the studio, because I'm working with such great musicians, I pretty much give them free reign with arrangement, and they listen to it, and they play what they think should go in there. And I haven't been disappointed yet. It's all been fantastic.
Oh yeah, sounds good. So yeah, me and Prophet. I mean, we've been talking about you for what was it, a couple of months now.
yeah, a couple of months. So I know we had this conversation before. We were just talking. How did you actually get started? Like you said, you weren't actually a singer at first. You were kind of like a songwriter or something like that.
Yeah. I actually started writing songs back when I was 22 years old, and after performing, I never really thought about performing it, but I would play my songs, in small dinner groups and stuff like that, and they were like, "Oh, you should play for more people. You should get out there." And finally, Kim Archer, who is a headliner out here in the Puget Sound area, kind of twisted my arm one night and said, "Look, you need to record some of this stuff and get it out there." So I did it.
Yeah, that's really really good. Sometimes you need that little twist of the arm to kind of go out, but I know you're not unhappy with it. I know from what I see, you've been quite successful on
Yeah,
that.
I'm selling lots of music. It's kind of overwhelming at times, actually,
Oh,
how
really?
much people like it. Yeah.
So do they? I mean, when you say overwhelming, do you mean just the like the fans, or the hard, the hours in the studio, or what I guess what is overwhelming about it all?
Well, when I say overwhelming, I'm talking about the response,
Oh,
the
okay.
experience. I mean, because it never crossed my mind to, my sister, who actually brought me to your attention. I've been saying it for years and years and years, but to have other people in the business say, listen, you know, you need to do something with this, and then have so many people buy CDs or ask where they can get them, and you know, making sales online, it's just incredible.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, like you said, your family tells you stuff, you're like, okay, you're family, you know. But to hear it from an outside source, I mean, that's always a positive, and you know, I mean, I could definitely understand that. And if I was around you, I'd have been told you too. You need to get out there and let's do this, because I mean, again, it's good music. Again, like, I mean, it's really strange these days that there's many artists that do this, but you know, I know quite a few that do not write their own lyrics. You know what I mean? And for you to do it all, I mean, you can't really beat that package. You know what I mean? It's. I mean, I'm like kind of tongue tied. Like, wow, you actually write your own music. I mean, that's always great. You know what I mean? I mean, because it's from the heart. You know what I mean? You're not faking anything. It's kind of, you know, it's different when somebody else is writing your stuff, and you kind of got to learn what their mind is, you know, how they came up with the concept. But I mean, when you do it, you know, everything is like out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never really thought of myself as a package before, but thank you.
No, I mean, when I say that, I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, because it's like I said, you know, you're getting somebody to, like, you know, on your label or to do some music with you, and I mean, you fit multiple categories, so it's like I don't really need to go out there and get, you know, 3 separate people, because you're all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a big compliment. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I mean, thank you, because it's all about good music with us here. I mean,
of course.
I mean, good music, as long as you're good. I mean, we thank all of you guys that are really into the music, that spend all this time in the studio and working at your craft, because there's a lot that really do not do that. And it's always good to see that there's people still out there working as hard as you do.
Oh, thank you. You guys actually have a fantastic show. I've been listening to you for a while, and very eclectic sample of everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's actually a big compliment right there too. That's real big. You know, because I was trying to read up, and now let me ask you a quick question. So when you as far as performing, have you traveled like outside of Washington or off the West Coast?
Have I ever been outside of Washington?
Say that again?
Have I ever been outside of Washington?
No, I mean like for performances or tours or anything like that.
I've never done a tour. I have played outside the state. Usually, like, when I go visit people, they'll take me out to a place where I can play, or I'll play for a group of people that they gather together. But as far as a tour, no, I've never really done that. But stop it, you're getting me excited. Quit it.
No, I was getting ready to say we need to get you on one. Prophet, we got to write that down.
Yeah, we got to make a mental note, write it down.
Yeah, we got to get you on the East Coast. For real.
I would love to.
Our area, like where I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and I mean, it's big on like Fredericksburg, really big on the folk, and it's I think you would do really well if we could, you know, bring you out here. I really do. I wish I would have known early, because it's this festival near me, and I know you could rock that crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I would have known. But, I mean, anything we have, you know, we'll definitely keep in touch and everything. What we're going to do now is go to one of your songs, and we'll be right back.
Uncertain glance across a crowded room, the way that she smiles sends you to the moon. voice in the music. You already know that it's better than being alone. So you try not to complicate what's going on. You're both old enough to be strong, and there ain't no danger loving a stranger. Each tender kiss, she steals your breath away, and you think you should tell her to go, but you know she's gonna stay. Tremble and shine as you lie beneath her hands, crying out in your fear and your ecstasy. It's too late to make a sound, but it's better than being alone. Here in the dark, trying to feel your way home, whispering nothing is wrong, 'cause there ain't no danger in loving a stranger. Was there a moment when your emptiness drifted away? How could you claim it, never knowing the right words to say? Just a glimmer of hope helps you cope as you hold her and silently pray. There's been no damage done in this game that you play. Sun finds its way through your window pane, and she rises to put on her clothes. You feel the quiet strain. She gives you that smile as you watch her close the door. You break down on your pillow and swear to God, I can't do this anymore. But it's better than being alone. Every piece that you give away cuts to the bone. A heart with no place to belong is always in danger. Loving a stranger.
Hey, welcome back to Fuego Beats Radio. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter at Fuego Beats Radio. Also like our fan page on Facebook at Fuego Beats Radio. We have in the building tonight alternative folk singer, songwriter, composer, Peggy Gordon. And what I wanted to get down to was Gone to Montreal. The CD is just like phenomenal. And what I wanted to ask you, like, what was the basis or the basics of the CD? Like,
Well, I tell you, I was in the Navy for 20 years, and I was actually stationed overseas in the Middle East at the time that I wrote most of those songs. And that one particular song was based on a gal I met who was from Montreal and had been. She was a musician, because you gotta love musicians. But they were a traveling band, and what would happen is they would hire them for the season at the hotels in in the Middle East, in this particular case in Bahrain, and they kept them in the hotels. They paid them, they fed them, and they stayed there for the whole season. So they were like the house band, and every hotel had its own house band. Mm-hmm. And these guys were from Montreal, and in this particular case, her boyfriend Vance was supposed to take her back to Montreal and marry her, but he kind of got caught up in the lifestyle there, and he was, constantly making those promises. And she said one day, you know what, I'm going to go back to Montreal and get my head together and get back to reality and decide what it is I want for me.
Right.
This is a relationship. But all of those songs, with the exception of one, I believe, were all written in that time frame while I was stationed there. So it just kind of made sense that they would all go together on the CD. And the only one that wasn't would have been Skanky Ho.
So it was kind of like a soundtrack of the time, kind of.
Yeah, a soundtrack of my life in Bahrain for those 2 years. Yeah.
And that's what I was just saying about the package, because if I was to sing, I'm not saying I'm a singer. I'm nowhere near a singer, but if I was, I could not feel that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I could feel that if I'm trying to sing. What you? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it came from you. Like all of that is like, wow. You know what I mean? Because that's like, again, like from the heart and soul, right there. And then that's. I'm sorry. I'm just crazy. I'm like, kind of tongue tied right now. Like, wow, because you don't hear this. I mean, you really don't hear like this. I mean, this is like, you've been through things. I mean, you said you was overseas. I don't know when, you were overseas like that, but I don't know if it was during wartime or anything like that. But I mean, to see.
It was after, it was right after 9/11.
See, so it was. And to be able to get to a mind state like that during that is phenomenal in itself. You know what I mean? To be able to like zone in and just write. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from a person like me. I'm not a writer, so I you write when you have to, but I guess that's why I really enjoy having conversations with artists and writers like you. Because it's like I can't think of being like that. I would be very tense. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not. If I'm writing something, it's gonna be all, I guess, emotional. When I say emotional, like what's going on, like if there's any bad stuff going on. You know what I mean? And
right.
You were able to like knock all of that out and come to a place. And I'm like, well, that's like that's not even really. You can't teach that. You know what I mean? You can't. That has to be like God given, like for you to be like that. So I'm sorry, I'm going on my,
No, it's a gift, and I completely look at it as a gift, and I try very, very hard never to take that for.
Oh yeah.
Take advantage of it, But what you were saying, in that time frame, what's funny is. All of the emotions that come through in all of those songs, those are the emotions that people were dealing with during that time frame. Uncertainty of relationship.
Yeah.
You meet someone. It's still going on. It's just going on, with a war in the background.
No, that's true. Yeah. Because Prophet was actually over there not too. Well, like, that happened in 2000. What was you over there like 2 years after?
I got there.
No, I was saying Prophet because. He has that background also, that military background.
Army?
Oh, no, I was a jarhead.
Oh, no, well, that's okay. I can accept you then because, Navy, Marines, we get along.
Yeah, I was over there in 05, and it was, I was on a boat. And think you would join, the Marines and not be on a boat, but I got stuck on a boat, so, But what are you going to do, right? I don't like it. You ever seen that movie with Bill Murray and he wakes up every day and it's the same thing over and over
again?
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how I felt every day. It was just like, you wake up eat, go back, watch some TV, eat, go to sleep. That was it.
Yeah, it was definitely a routine, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very, very much so. But you know, I was kind of lucky in some of the regards because it was like they would drop us off some places, so I got to see other countries while I was there. So it wasn't exactly like, you know, be on boat straight up for 6 months. You know, they let us off. You know, we got to train with other people, so it was a good experience.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get dropped off in Bahrain?
Yeah, it was that was kind of a crazy experience because you know, to make a long story short, like one of the girls on the ship got in a taxi cab, and I guess one of the locals there that was driving a taxi cab, they had these 2 guys in the back or whatever, and I guess they tried to kidnap her or something.
Oh wow.
But, yeah, it was crazy. So they were like, okay, because we were supposed to stay there until like, you know, for a week or something, but after that happened, they were like, okay, everybody get back on the boat, we gotta go, because they didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I understand that. I would have been gone quick.
Yeah, you don't want to be around that all the time. So we had, after 2 days we peeled out. So that was interesting.
That was definitely interesting. I did want to ask you though, Peggy, that that's your official stage name also? Your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just Peggy Gordon. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool.
No,
right there.
no frills, no spills.
Say it again.
No frills, no spills, just Peggy Gordon.
No, that's cool. that's definitely cool right there. So I guess what I want to do now, I still want to continue this conversation because we got a lot more things to ask you, but I do want to go to another song, and everybody needs to pay attention, listen, because she has some great things to say, and I'm telling you, if y'all a songwriter, singer, or whatever coming up, you guys need to contact Peggy. Maybe she'll, I don't know, I'm assuming she'll give you some pointers, as long as you don't act stupid when you email her. Sound smart, sound kind of smart, sound like you're not trying to waste her time, and I'm pretty sure she could guide you.
Absolutely.
Definitely, but we're going to go to another track, and we will be back.
When I see you with your morning paper, you don't notice I am there, and I whisper words of poetry. You don't know how much I care. How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? How can I be so invisible to the only one I prize? I could blind you with this love I'm feeling if I could open up your eyes. How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? Is there something I can say or do? A clever way to catch your eye? Would you tell me I'm too romantic, or just a fool to even try? How do I win your love? I long to feel your breath on my skin. I would do anything. Won't you let me in? When I see you with your morning paper, you don't notice I am there.
Yo, everybody, Fuego Beats Radio back, and we're talking with Peggy Gordon. Peggy, I do want you to let them know, if you do not mind, about the project that you're working on that we just talked about.
I'm actually working on a rap song, and it'll be kind of like, there's so many artists out there now. I just started listening to rap again after so many years, but it's basically what it is it's a chorus that's sung, and then the rap is in between, and then the chorus, and then so it's kind of blended, and it's got a lot of shout to it. And actually, a good example I would use would be "Stand," that Eminem did with Dido.
Okay.
Okay.
He came out part of Dido, and then he'd get in there and rap for a while. So it is still kind of like an alternative, folky kind of a sound to it, but with rap. Yeah.
And you, you just blend, you just pull two different fan bases together. So that's what makes it even more like a great idea, because I never heard anything like that. So I'm definitely can't wait to hear that.
The thing that I love the most about music is it's so liquid and it's so blendable. You can take so many styles and blend them together and come up with just the greatest stuff in the world. I mean, Pavarotti did it with John Denver. Actually, it wasn't Pavarotti. They sang a song together called something Love, Perhaps Love. And so you got an opera guy singing with a country guy, and it was magnificent. It was wonderful.
Wow, and what I love about music is that you truly can't be wrong. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you can't. If I say, well, I want to do like some crazy, crazy stuff, and I want to make a hip hop song, and I want Garth Brooks to be on it. It can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's different, and somebody will like it. Now, mind you, it might be 5 people that likes that, but I'm just saying somebody's gonna like it. But
you'll find that I find that as long as you're true to the music and you're true to where you're coming from with it, you'll always do good. You'll always do good.
Definitely.
If you start worrying about who's going to like it and who's not going to like it, you'll mess it up every time.
Yeah.
You're right.
The thing. Also, I wanted to ask you, as far as like influences, like, is any particular artists, bands, or people in general that influenced you, like with your writing and everything?
Oh, absolutely. I'll start out with Carole King, because a lot of people don't know. Carole King used to write hit songs for Motown people. Up on a Roof, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow, stuff like those were all her songs. And then she kind of broke out on her own and did Tapestry. And so I love her lyrics and her style. and of course Simon and Garfunkel. You give me Marvin Gaye any day of the week, and I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you know, rap, I adore Eminem, but I actually started with Run DMC, Barbra Streisand, you name it. I like a little bit of everything. Garth Brooks as well. His style was so unique. He changed the face of country music.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say I'm a follower of country like that, but lately, because like I said, we deal with everything. Like you'll hear on this show, you'll hear some, hard Jay-Z stuff, or you'll hear some bluegrass, because we like all types on this show right here. So, you know what I mean. I've been kind of thrown, into a lot of different genres that I never thought I would even care to hear. But I'm like, wow, damn. I guess about growing up too. You know what I mean?
That's one of those. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I keep tuning in to you guys. After my sister told you about you, told me about you, because you play everything.
Yeah.
It's not just one thing.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's music in general. But I tell people, when you look at me, you don't see, I guess, a nerd, maybe my glasses, but you don't see that. So people don't realize that I played in band and played the bass clarinet and played, symphony music, which was boring as hell, by the way.
You did?
Oh, you didn't know I played it in our school band? I quit though.
No.
I
didn't know you were.
Oh yeah.
You were in the orchestra.
Nah,
Really?
that was nah. I played the bass clarinet, and
Awesome.
true. I should have stayed with it because they were like, oh, you could read music, great, but it was boring to me because we've only played Beethoven, Bach, stuff like, and I'm like, I'm not feeling that. We got to play something new. We got to switch it up. So I quit. Call me a quitter, whatever. But that's why I, when I'm hearing these different genres, it like takes me back to that, and I started just opening my mind a little bit. You know what I mean? As I got older, and like, wow, I actually find myself, listen. I can't listen to one genre of anything all day, every day, like just straight up for hours. I had to tell a guy the other day because he likes, classical, and I mean the whole ride all day is classical. I was about to lose my mind. But that's not because I don't like classical. It's just because I can't sit there and all day and just listen to one thing. So that's kind of what why we do this on this show. I mean, music is music. You know what I mean? We know how we going through politics, which I don't get into, but everything, just play some music and everybody get along. That's how I feel.
That's it.
Like, it's crazy. But
there's only a couple of things. What were you about to say?
No, you go ahead. I was gonna go ahead.
No, I was just gonna, touch on that. There's only a couple of things that bring people together in this world, and that's how, music just happens to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely one of the, a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So.
Yep, definitely. And I'm thanking you for being on the show with us tonight. Also, for everything you do with the music, all the hard work, and just my thing is just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Like, please, and if somebody wants any kind of guidance, I would definitely contact Peggy. You can if you want to, Peggy, you could plug whoever you want to plug and give your information.
Oh, okay, yeah. Flat Hat Studios, because they engineered the CD they produced and engineered it. And, if anyone who wants to get a hold of me, please, I'm not that famous. So you can look me up on Facebook, Peggy Gordon, and let's see. I guess if you put in Peggy Gordon music as well, because believe it or not, there's a lot of Peggy Gordons out there. Hard to believe that.
Yeah, because I actually just was getting ready to friend request you, and this lady from New Zealand, and I didn't think that was you.
No, and it should say Tacoma.
Tacoma.
It should say Tacoma, Washington. Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Okay, that's cool. Definitely. So is that the best way to contact you, or?
the best way to contact me, you can contact me at Peggy Gordon, one word, Peggy Gordon at rocketmail.com.
Okay. Y'all, like I said, listen to that because I mean, you're hearing this. She has good things to say. Obviously, she's been in the music industry for a while. My voice is kind of in and out. I'm sorry. I'm getting over some sort of cold. So
yeah, he had hot encephalitis flu last
whatever. Week. Yeah, and I know you bought it back in one of your marine hunts. You bought that back. So we won't talk about that. But again, Peggy, we definitely will catch up with you again. We definitely want you to come back, and talk to us again real soon. Matter of fact, do you have any projects other than that one, like albums that you're working on?
Actually, I just started recording a new CD. It's basically country music. Okay. All the country songs that I've written out till next year sometime. But you can look me up on Amazon or iTunes or cdbaby.com. You type in my name, Peggy Gordon, or type in the name of one of the songs if someone's given it to you, like Skanky Ho. That seems to be the most popular one right now.
I don't even think I heard that, but now just because it has that name. No, I'm joking. But that is wow. So we'll talk, like real quick, offline. I just want to ask you a couple of things. But again, it was good speaking with you. I know Prophet, good job, Prophet, by the way, because Prophet's been bringing in some great artists like lately, man. It's crazy.
Thank
like,
you.
Yeah.
And Peggy, what were you about to say? Peggy, I was going to tell you it was a pleasure having you on the show, and we wish you the best in everything you do, and hopefully we'll link back up with you and possibly have a collaboration or some type of project in the near future coming up.
Definitely.
That would be great. Thanks for having me.
Because I have an idea. But we'll talk about that. But all right, so we're gonna go to another one of Peggy's tracks, and we will see you guys.
I was racing with the moon, but I never dreamed I'd win. Thought that it was much too soon to fall in love again. And I looked into your eyes, and my heart began to swim. Though it took me by surprise when I called you up to say, can I lay with you tonight? Would you tell me it's alright if I hold you in my arms until you fall in love with me? And if by chance our lips should meet, could it ever be as sweet as the moment when I hear you say, let me lay with you tonight? Till the moment I met you, I never let my heart be free. Let my heart be free. Now there's nothing I can do cut it out.